Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from this month's sponsor, Ethico.
In the delicate arena of compliance, every conversation matters. Traditional methods can leave callers feeling unheard, but Ethico changes the game. Our empathetic interview technique reshapes compliance calls into powerful, compassionate interactions, ensuring no crucial detail is missed. It's about creating a conversation that matters, that resonates, that makes a difference. Be the change in your compliance approach. See the transformation for yourself at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo, try our free ROI calculator, and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, The ROI of Compliance.
The Daily Compliance News for May 29, 2024, the Near Settlement Edition. And we begin with that story as from the Wall Street Journal, Risk and Compliance Journal, Mingy Sun reporting that private equity giants Blackstone, TPG, and the Carlyle Group have disclosed they are cooperating with the SEC and are negotiating settlements with the regulator over their employees' use of banned communications channels. The SEC has been looking into allegations that these firms did not use appropriate record keeping, as they are required to preserve and monitor all of their employees' written communications to create a paper trail for regulators to monitor and enforce compliance with federal laws. The 3 firms had previously received a request from the SEC, and now it looks like they are up for settlement. Expect some big numbers. Next up from U.S. News & World Report, a well-established old journalistic paper, but a rare contributor to the Daily Compliance News. But welcome back, U.S. News & World Report, that Malta's ex-Prime Minister Muscat faces corruption charges in a Maltese court. Prosecutors formally charged the former PM, Joseph Muscat, with corruption over a 2015 public health contract as hundreds of supporters cheered for him. The contract was awarded to a previously unknown group, which had no prior experience in the health sector. Any red flags there? The group later handed the contract to the U.S.-based Stewart Healthcare Group, but a Maltese court nullified the deal on account of fraud. Next up, the first of 2 stories from the New York Times. Ryan Salome, a top executive at the collapsed cryptocurrency exchange FTX, was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison on Tuesday, making him the first of Sam Bankman-Fried's circle of advisors to receive prison time. He was a trusted lieutenant of SBF, and he pled guilty last year to campaign finance law violations and a charge of operating an unlicensed money transmitting business. Interestingly, he did not cooperate with prosecutors. Our final story is about the ubiquitous Adam Neumann, who has given up his attempt to retake over WeWork. As I said in a prior episode, what could go wrong? Well, anytime you have Adam Neumann running something, we've seen the disastrous results. And if he had taken WeWork back, I'm sure it would have only killed off the rest of the company. Bye-bye, Adam. As I mentioned at the start of this podcast, this month's sponsor for the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico. Have you ever wondered how to show the ROI of your compliance program? Have you struggled with the budgeting process, getting the funds you want for your compliance program? Well, I've partnered with Ethico to put together a white paper on the ROI of compliance, which shows you not only how to demonstrate ROI, but also how to speak finance when you're sitting across from the CFO with your budget proposals. Check out the website and get the white paper. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.